shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Behave yourselves!
Hello YouTubers out there, this is Jerry Saravia at the Movies. So today's a special edition of Jerry at the Movies. We are talking about autographs that I've received. This was a suggestion from Junebug Films, and I thought it was a good one. So here we go, and I'm going to show you some of the autographs I've collected throughout the years. This was most of these come from Chiller Theatre, which is an expo that they hold every year at near the Meadowlands in New Jersey. So let's start. How appropriate, considering today was the release of The Exorcist Believer. We got Linda Blair here, who signed my autograph. This one was for The Exorcist. And she said to Jerry, "Sweet dreams, Linda Blair." It's a very nice one. You know, when I think about it, I probably should have gotten more than one autograph from her. But anyway, that was nice. She's a short woman, but extremely fun, and a huge line waiting for her to get autographs. This is around the year 2000. I think. Was it 2000 or no? Sorry, I got this autograph I think in 1998. That was the 25th anniversary of The Exorcist. This year, it is the 50th anniversary as of this coming Christmas. So, yeah, The Exorcist. So that's one. Okay, this one is from Sarah Karloff, Boris Karloff's daughter, and nice picture of him, Boris from The Black Cat. Pretty good film, also with starring Bela Lugosi. And I've always been a Karloff fan, so that was exciting. Get that one. She was pretty nice as well. Most of these people were quite nice. Veronica Cartwright. This is for The Witches of Eastwick. And very pleasant person. The autographs at this time, by the way, were roughly $20 each or less, so that was a good one to get from her. I did ask her, there was one scene in Aliens where it seemed that they were using her almost as a double, her face, for one scene where they find these bodies in a cocoon and one of them screams out. I always thought it was her, but she said it definitely, she knows nothing about it, but that's just one of those things. Of course, she was in the first Alien film, but she dies in that one. But yeah, The Witches of Eastwick. She was quite a delight. I talked to her for about a few minutes. So yeah, Veronica Cartwright. Karen Black. They just ran Trilogy of Terror again, the Dan Curtis TV movie on MeTV about a week ago now. This is, of course, I got two of them from Karen Black. And this is from Trilogy of Terror. And here is one from Family Plot. And I really liked this picture where she's talking to Alfred Hitchcock. Family Plot, of course, was Hitchcock's last film. And this is quite a nice picture. I like this a lot. I was glad to meet her. She has, I mentioned this on Twitter, she has the most hypnotic eyes I've ever seen. It's like staring into your soul. She was really something. I'm sorry she passed on. I probably should have gotten even more autographs from her, but I got two. So, 20 a piece or 15, whatever it was. These days, I think they charge almost $40, $50. Inflation. You know how it is. This is from Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. This is from Lisa Wilcox, who played Alice in Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Unfortunately, she never got to play Alice again. I wish she had. But anyway, she was a delightful person, and I got two autographs from her. This is one of them, Sweet Dreams. They write that a lot, Sweet Dreams. And this is, of course, a profile photo, headshot, I guess you could say, to some degree. And Lisa Wilcox, once again. Very pleasant person, very approachable. A lot of these people were very nice, I gotta say. Okay, Candace Hilligoss. This is from a cult film, Carnival of Souls. My friend and I that went to see her was on a Sunday, which was the last day of the Chiller Theatre. And she spoke to us for about 10 minutes. She was quite dismayed that they remade Carnival of Souls, which they did in the late 90s, and that she wasn't even asked to appear in it. I think she was more dismayed by that than anything else. Carnival of Souls is one of the best horror flicks of all time, and shot on a low budget, and she's fantastic in it. And if you've seen the film, you know the final twist. So I think she wrote, she wrote Heartbreakingly Yours. Yeah, Candice Hilledas. I think she's still around, too. Yeah. Okay, now this was not from Chiller Theatre. This was from, there was a TV, I'm sorry, not a TV movie, a regular film called, independent film called American Reunion, which was later retitled as Reunion. I used to get DVDs from people of films they wanted me to review. This was over 15 years ago. So I found out Jennifer Rubin was in the film, and I asked them, I said, look, is there any chance I can get an autograph from Jennifer Rubin? That would be wonderful. And of course she was in Nightmare on Elm Street 3. She was in Permanent Record, a very good film starring Keanu Reeves. So they were able to get an autograph from her, and they said Jennifer was delayed in getting this to me, meaning I think it was the filmmaker here. Sorry for the wait, and thanks for the killer review. I did like the film. It was very good. Called Reunion, formerly known as American Reunion, so that was a nice note I got. So this one I got in the mail, and there it is, Jennifer Rubin, to Jerry at the Movies. That's the first time I ever had that put in for an autograph, so yeah. Okay. I wish I'd met her, but I didn't. Anyway, so, alright. Dee Wallace. Here she is from The Howling, and this is, of course, her late husband, Christopher Stone, and I didn't realize it at the time. I think, again, this was back in 1998, so I didn't know that Christopher Stone had passed on. And I got this because I love The Howling. I think it's a really good film. And she was quite moved, and I didn't know what was really going on. I was not aware that he had passed on. And she signed it as Dee Wallace Stone, even though at that point, in any film she appeared in, like The Frighteners or any of those films, she was credited as Dee Wallace. So this one I hold with a special fondness, and I love Dee Wallace. Of course, The Hills Have Eyes, E.T., Cujo, Critters, and I think even Critters Reborn, which I haven't seen. So yeah, I think she's in the opening sequence of Jeepers Creepers Reborn, and that was the only memorable thing about that movie, was Dee Wallace. So, not to mention some Rob Zombie films. And very nice woman, by the way. She was there with her daughter, who is now a filmmaker, I believe. Now, Lou Ferrigno, interesting about this, I used to have a storybook of The Incredible Hulk, and the storybook I gotten back in 1978 when I was living in Canada at the time. And of course I was a huge fan of the Incredible Hulk TV show, and of course of Lou Ferrigno. So this one is, I lost that storybook, so I met him for the first time then. He was at a truck show, a monster truck show, signing autographs. And that was the first time I met him. And this was the next time that I met him. I didn't get to tell him my story, but oh well, you know. He had quite a few people getting autographs from him, and he is partially deaf, which a lot of people may not be aware of, but this was nice to finally get one from him. So yeah, Lou Ferrigno, still my favorite Hulk, I think. All right, Fred Williamson, Fred the Hammer. This was quite a nice autograph I got from him. Tall guy, he is so tall. He did not have a cigar with him. Point of trivia, trivial note, Fred Williamson, every film he appears in, he's contractually obligated to have a cigar, or smoke a cigar in one scene. He had some kind words about Quentin Tarantino. Of course, he worked with him in From Dusk Till Dawn. Said Tarantino's a crazy guy. But yeah, here you go, Fred Williamson. Very approachable. All these people were really, really nice. This one I hold with special, again, very special fondness. One of my favorite films, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is from Kevin McCarthy, who did pass on. And this was, oh, there it is, from October 28th, 2000. So this was a nice one. He was wearing suspenders and just a really fun-loving guy. Very humorous. Yeah, just terrific guy. I liked him a lot. Kevin McCarthy. Rest in peace. This one is from Conrad Brooks. I got two of them. Usually at Chiller Theatre when he was alive. Unfortunately, he did pass on as well. He's best known for appearing in Ed Wood films, Glen or Glenda, and Plan 9 from Outer Space. And any time that you see him there, he always asks you, do you want an autograph? So it's just expected. Conrad Brooks has a table, or did, at Chiller Theatre every year. And he was also a good guy. I think he worked in construction as a side job, and also appeared in independent horror films. This is one of them, by the way. This is also Conrad Brooks right here, and it's the Ironbound Vampire. So yeah, 1999. I got this one. I've never seen any of these independent horror flicks. Who knows how good they are? But anyway, there you go. This one I love. It's the only one I've gotten from somebody who appeared in any Mad Max movie. This is Virginia Hay, the Warrior Woman. And she was quite wonderful. Kind of also had hypnotic eyes like Karen Black. I always liked her character in The Road Warrior. She always came around to appreciating and understanding Max. So, yeah. Why she was not asked to... Well, her character dies in The Road Warrior, unfortunately. I was about to say why she was not asked to appear in any other Mad Max movies, because her character dies. But she could have played a different character. It would have been fine, because they even had Mad Max Fury Road, the villain from the first film, who died. The actor plays a different kind of villain in Mad Max Fury Road. So this could have worked out, But anyway. This is quite special. One of my favorite character actors, Ed Lauder. And this is, of course, from The Rocketeer. And unfortunately, he also did pass on. Good guy, very funny. I enjoyed talking to him. All these people were really quite nice. They were very approachable. You could ask them questions. They would answer them. And, yeah. So, Ed Lauder. Good one. This is, of course, Brian James, who played Leon in Blade Runner. Of course, he's been in many films, everything from 48 Hours to Another 48 Hours to Red Heat, a lot of Walter Hill films. The Player by Robert Altman. I mean, just a bunch of stuff. He also did pass on, unfortunately, but he was also quite delightful to talk to. 1999. There you go. So, Leon. Now, I do have one other one I got to show because I am proud of it. See if I can get it. It's framed, so it is special, obviously. And here we go. This is from Joseph Turkel, who did pass on. And let's see if I can get it here, more or less. All right, there you go. So Joseph Turkel, who played Leon in The Shining, and also appeared in several other films, including Kubrick's Kubrick's Paths of Glory, and he had some stories about Stanley Kubrick. He basically said that Stanley Kubrick, during the days they were making The Shining, only slept about 2 hours a night. That was it. But he's pretty close to Stanley Kubrick, so this one I hold with special fondness as well. Joseph Turkel did pass away, I think, over a year ago or so. Anyway, so there you go. So these are some of the autographs I've gotten. I do have some other ones. I have to locate them, but I do have them. So I hope you enjoyed this little video talking about certain actors and actresses who I do admire. So that's all I got to say about that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any interesting stories about celebrities you've met that you've gotten autographs from, please tell me. I'd love to hear about them. Or any of these people that you might have also met at a convention of some kind. I'd like to hear about it. If you already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the notification bell to know about any new uploads. And I guess that's about it. And this is Jerry Saravia at the Movies, signing off.